What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all with that instant analysis on analysisplayground.com and on YouTube. We're going to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves is absolutely dominating the Memphis Grizzlies basically from start to finish, 38 to 31 in the first quarter, 24 to 22 in the second quarter, 25 to 24 in the third quarter, and even 24 to 23 in the fourth quarter for a 111-100 win over the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis fall to 31 to 18 and 11 and 15 away. They on the losing streak. While Minnesota gets above 500 without Towns and Gobert, they missed a lot of games. You got to give credit to D'Angelo Russell and Anthony Edwards for holding down the fort while they wait for Towns to return. They're 26 and 25, 7 and 10 at home. They're trying to become a playoff team again, like they was last year. And I feel like they did a great job. McDaniels, 8 points, one personal foul, one turnover, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 0 of 4 from the 3 point line, 4 of 10 from the field. He got out in transition. He fought for rebounds. He playmate when it was needed. And he didn't foul. He stayed in front of guys. He made things tough. He contested shots. And he was very sturdy defensively. The MVP to me of the game, besides Anthony Edwards, was Kyle Anderson. This guy was getting out in transition, making passes. He was hitting threes. He was 4-7 from three, corner threes, top of the key threes. Got to the free throw line one time. Also was able to facilitate in and out of transition. He was able to break down the defense in half court and find teammates. And he even played some defense. Got some blocks, which was one, and also had 2 steals. 23 points, plus 4 and plus minus. He did have 5 personal fouls though, but he still played 27 minutes total. And he was 9 of 16 from the field. It was nothing that the man couldn't do wrong tonight besides getting into foul trouble. Other than that, it was very effective. Rudy Gobert didn't score well tonight. He was 3 of 5, didn't have a lot of attempts, didn't do a lot of aggressive plays to try to get the ball, but he did have 7 points, plus 5 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 3 blocks, protected the rim really well, controlled the paint, had a good, speed and quickness, trying to fight for rim protection and fight in the post if he had to. And I think he did a great job defensively. Also had 1 steal, 1 assist, 13 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive. That's pretty good. 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 3 of 5 from the field. He looked like Gobert. He kind of quit and gave up on certain plays. But other than that, he's starting to look like the old Gobert the last couple weeks. And that's something that you should be happy to see. It takes time to get adjusted and to find yourself within the offense and find yourself within the team, especially when it's different structure, different coaching, and different personnel. It takes time to do that, especially when you've been injured throughout the season. And I feel like if he can round into that double form and a block and a rim protector and a guy that can crash the boards on both ends of the court, I think he can be dangerous for him. That's why they picked him up, because they feel like he can be a huge difference maker for them. But the whole team needs to buy in. It's not just a Gobert thing. It's a team thing why they have struggled, especially when it comes to injuries on top of that. D'Angelo Russell, 19 points, plus 12 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 6 turnovers, 3 steals, which was pretty good. Played in the passing lane, got good strips, and stayed in front of guys sometimes throughout the game. He also had 7 assists, 8 rebounds. One of them was offensive. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 of 10 from the 3 point line, 7 of 17 from the field. Anthony Edwards was exceptional tonight. Shooting a three-ball, was 3 of 5 on pull ups and spot ups tonight. He was 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He also grabbed 7 assists. He was very unselfish tonight. Didn't just look for his shot. He was able to set guys up for others to get open and get easy opportunities. And he also rebounded the ball very well for a guard the last 2 months. No Towns, sometimes no Gobert. He really took pride in helping out inside the interior, and he did a great job tonight again. And he also had 1 block and 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. He was plus 10 and plus minus 25 points, 9 of 18 from the field, so 50%. This is a great game. He's starting to get his composure. He's starting to get his shots to fall. He's starting to get more efficient. And he's starting to really use that strength and that body to finish inside the paint, using that quickness to get there and be more of an acrobat and more of a strong finisher, and starting to play harder defensively. He can do these things. It's about being mature, not being immature, not being insecure, and just putting in the work to get it done and doing it consistently on and off the court. And if he can do that, he can be that number one pick that can become an all-star, then eventually form into a superstar. It just take time to actually figure it all out and get the right team around him. And that's what we just have to wait and see on as the future continues to go with this team and with him. Knight, 10 points, plus 5 and plus minus, 4 personal foul, 1 turnover, 2 rebounds, 2 or 3 from the 3-point line, 4 or 6 from the field. Nas Reed, 9 points, plus 6 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 1 block, 2 steals, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 0 or 2 from the free throw line, 1 or 3 from the field, 4 or 6 from the field. Rivers, 2 points, plus 9 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 2 steals, 3 assists, 1 rebound, or 1 from the 3-point line, 1 or 2 from the field. And Noel, 8 points, plus 4 and plus minus, 5 turnovers, 2 steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 or 2 from the free throw line, or 2 from the 3-point line, 3 or 6 from the field. The bench did what they were supposed to do. They just came in and spaced the floor, played defense, and just played hard and got to the basket and hit threes, and that's all you can ask them to do. Other than that, Miat, Garza, Forbes, Moore Jr. did not play, although they was healthy. Coach's decision, 51% from the field as a team and 37% from three. You can look forward to this team winning if they can play like that offensively. They still got to clean up the free throws, though. 10 of 15 from the free throw line, 66%, 45 rebounds, 31 assists, 12 steals, 6 blocks, 19 turnovers, and 19 personal fouls. For the Grizzlies, I feel like they got locked up through this game. I feel like they had to take tough shots. I feel like they didn't really get nothing easy. You got to give credit to the athleticness of the Minnesota Timberwolves and the defense that they have really played throughout the game. They even made Josh struggle tonight getting some shots and getting into the paint, and he had to rethink a lot of shots in midair and try to figure out a way to get deeper in the paint. And that's rare that he does that, but he was able to figure it out for the most part. But the team couldn't do it consistently enough to make a big run to really get this team to where they needed to go to win this game. It seemed like Minnesota had control of the style of play, and they had control of how they wanted the Grizzlies to play and approach their game. And you got to give credit to Finch game plan and how they executed it tonight because it worked in their favor. And the Grizzlies just didn't look like themselves sometimes tonight. Brandon Clark, 15 points, negative 3 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 3 steals, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. 3 of them was offensive, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 5 of 9 from the field. He did a great job of getting steals, and he did a great job of rebounding and scoring the basketball inside the paint. But, Jaren Jackson on the opposite, he tried to space the floor and take some threes, even if they were spot up. He was 0 of 5 from the 3-point line, couldn't even make the layups tonight again. And he just needs to be more physical and more forceful when he's going to the paint so he can be dominant. He's getting chances, he's getting opportunity. They're sharing the ball and they're trusting and believing that he can get it done. He just been a little short, a little too soft in that paint, and he has to just be stronger going up for shots and looking to score because nobody's going to give him an easy shot in the NBA. You got to work for it. 14 points, negative 3 and plus minus, 4 personal foul, 2 turnovers, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 7 rebounds, 3 of them was offensive, 4 or 5 from the free throw line, 5 of 17 from the field. Just an okay game from Jaren Jackson. You just want to see more from him, even defensively. Zaire Williams, 7 points, negative 7 and plus minus, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 2 rebounds, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 3 or 5 from the field. Dylan Brooks, 17 points, negative 8 and plus minus, 2 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, 1 or 2 from the free throw line. He couldn't really make threes off the dribble or spot up or contested tonight, but he kept on hoisting them. But, that was one of the reasons why they lost tonight. He was 7 of 17 from the field. Ja Morant started to get it on a little late, but they really made it tough and very difficult and really crowded him and made him work for every basket that he got. 27 points, negative 2 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 6 turnovers. As you can see with the turnovers, he had 6. He also had 11 assists, which is 20 and 10 for him. Also had grabbed 10 boards. No Steven Adams tonight, so he had the opportunity to do that, and he took advantage of it numbers-wise. He stuffed the stat sheet. Another triple-double for him. 1 offensive rebound, 4-4 from the free throw line, 3 of 6 from 3. They was daring him to shoot threes. They was giving him the cushion, and he let it fly, and he was able to make 50% of them, 10 to 21 from the field. Tried to get to the paint as much as he could, just couldn't get shots off, and had to defer or pass out of shots. And that led to Minnesota living with some of the guys not being able to make shots tonight. And Ja had to eventually start trying to score, but by then they couldn't go on enough of a run and get enough stops to really win this game. Adama, 5 points, -3 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, 1 assist from the 3-point line, 2 of 9 from the field. Didn't do a good job tonight spacing the floor and hitting the threes. Tillman, 5 points, -6 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 3 steals, 3 assists, 8 rebounds. 6 of them was offensive out of the 8, which is flat out amazing. 101 from the free throw line, 2 of 2 from the field. Just played hard and played with a force and a will tonight. But, you just wish the whole team did that from start to finish. Laravia, 6 points, -9 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls. 2 rebounds, -9 and plus minus, 1-2 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from the 3-point line, 2 of 3 from the field. Roddy, 4 points, -2 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 4 turnover, 1 steal, 1 rebound, 0-1 from the 3-point line, 2 of 6 from the field. And Jones, 0 points, -12 and plus minus, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 0-1 from the 3-point line, 0-4 from the field. Williams Jr. and Chandler did not play coach's decisions. 40% from the field as a team, 23% from the 3-point line, which you can't win a lot of games if you can't knock down the threes. But they don't really have a lot of capable, consistent shooters. In this particular lineup, their best one, Desmond Bane, was out tonight, and that really hurted their offense and really made them a lot more predictable. And they ended up suffering because Ja couldn't get to the paint and score at will tonight. And he also had to kick out to guys that wasn't capable of creating a space or making the shot even if they was open. And it really just crumbled their offense and really made them easy to defend. And then it led for transition and long rebounds for Minnesota. 84% from the free throw line, 16 to 19. That was pretty good. 47 rebounds, 22 assists, 14 steals, 2 blocks, 20 turnovers, 12 personal fouls, and 100 points. Other than that, I'm just a little disappointed in the Grizzlies. They starting to get unhealthy again. You want those guys to be as healthy as they can so they can be the dominant team that we seen when they got to the top of the West. They didn't hold it for that long because they started crumbling with injuries. You also just wish they can just get healthy so they can become the team that they say that they are, which is a championship potential team, but they haven't been able to put it all together. And it's just unfortunate to see it that way each and every season, that this team has potential and they do everything right. They just can't put it all together when it matters most. And for the Wolves, you just wish they can get healthier, get Towns back. You just hope Anthony Edwards can continue to play the way he's been playing the last 2 months and do it with Towns and Gobert and Russell all healthy so they can make a run for a playoff spot and try to lock it in instead of trying to fight to be a play-in team. They have the talent. They have everything they need besides a wing. But at the end of the day, you just needed Anthony Edwards to raise his game, Towns to get back to shooting his threes, and Gobert to get back to that rim protector, rebounder guy that really can be a top 5 defense if he can communicate and get everybody on the same page. This is a younger team. This is a team that never really was held accountable defensively, and it takes time to smooth out those ridges and get on the same page. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why they have struggled. But they're slowly rolling into form. They're slowly getting used to each other. And we'll just see when Towns get back, can they become that team that we all thought that they can be when healthy. But we still have to wait and see on that too. Same with the Grizzlies. Other than that, these teams are soul searching. They still finding their identity. They still trying to find a way to stay healthy. They still trying to find a way to be a dominant team in the regular season and in the postseason. But we still have to wait and see if they can finally do the full completion of those things because they are young. So it takes time and growing pains to get these things figured out. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell to get quick analysis as soon as it comes out. And other than that, like on Facebook, that'll be in the description. Check out my podcast, that'll be in the description. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis signing out.